Hey, it's Kyle here, and today I'll be reviewing Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Great book, really loved it. I'm sure many of you might have already read this book. It's hugely popular, so it's not like this is a little unknown book. This has definitely been one of the more popular books in recent years. I'd heard about it for a while. It was one of those, I just hadn't got around to reading it. Mainly because I was finishing up some series I was reading, and getting around to a new book sometimes in that situation can be challenging, but I finally got a chance to read it. Boy, did I really enjoy it. As a quick read, it's definitely one of those books once you started reading it was really hard to put down. Found it very interesting, entertaining, very funny, very creative. So definitely a book I would highly recommend. So the main character in this book is Wade, who's a teenager. And this book is set in 2044, and it's kind of a dystopian future. Society hasn't completely fallen apart, but it's pretty close. And basically the setup is the world economy's nearly collapsed due to lack of resources. So unemployment's sky high. The types of jobs people do have are just awful. So most people are living just just barely scrapping by. The black market's huge. So life is just pretty miserable for everybody, and there's just little hope for it to get better. But in this kind of bleak world, all of humanity has found a way to kind of make themselves feel better, and that's through this video game system called Oasis. And Oasis is kind of VR, virtual reality gaming taken to the next level. And basically, everyone in the world plays this game, and you can create your own character, and then you get to interact with this massive world that the game system's created, which is basically the entire universe. And every planet's different. Some planets are based on popular TV shows or video games or movies from the past. Other ones are set in certain historical eras. So if you're like really into a movie, you can go to the planet that movie, the entire planet's based off that movie. Or if you're really into like medieval England, you can go to a planet based on that time period. So it's like you basically have an entire universe to play in this game. It's free to play. The guy who created it wanted everybody to play, so the system's really cheap. But there is, like, once you're in the game, there's purchases you can make. So that's how the company makes money. But because it's free to access, that's why basically everybody in the world plays in. And basically, most people spend their entire day in the game. They've even set up a school system within the game, so kids can actually go to virtual schools through the game system, so they don't even have to go to public schools or private schools anymore in the real world. People actually, a lot of people do their real jobs in the game, so the same jobs you do in the real world, you can actually do in this, virtual reality. So any job you can think of, you can actually do that online and make money that then get deposited in your bank account that you can spend in the real world. So it's basically like everybody actually lives in this gaming system instead of the bleak world that really exists. So what kind of gets the plot kick-started is the creator of this game, this brilliant programmer who created all these hugely popular games, and his masterpiece was this Oasis gaming system, was suddenly passes away, and he leaves controlling interest in the company to the first player in the game that can uncover this puzzle that he's buried in the code of the game. And it starts off this worldwide competition with all these people who play the game trying to discover these secrets to try to win this contest. Some people are playing it just for the challenge of the game to prove they're the best gamers. Others are really after it to try to get control of the company, because it's the equivalent of like if Bill Gates set up a contest for you to win control of Microsoft now, or if there was a random contest via like an iPhone game to win control of Apple or something. It's that big of a company. There's even other tech companies who are actually hiring gamers to try to win the contest so they can gain control of this gaming system. And that's where Wade comes in. Wade is one of the young gamers who tries to win this contest, and he views himself as very much a pure gamer, and he really admires the creator of this gaming system, and so he really looks up to what he stood for and all the creative energy he put in creating all these games and the Oasis system in general. And that's kind of the general plot. Now the kind of fun, unique elements of it is that the creator of this contest really put a huge emphasis on the stuff that he really liked as a kid. So there's a lot of 80s pop culture type stuff, movies, TV shows, video games, music. So there's all these random little pop culture references that the gamers are try to have deciphered to try to win this contest. So it's kind of a combination of like a sci-fi book, dystopian book, and at the same time kind of look back at classic 70s, 80s, 90s pop culture type stuff. So it's a unique mixture of stuff, because usually dystopian novels don't really have a sense of humor. This one definitely does. And usually you don't have sci-fi books that also at the same time are referencing stuff that happened in the 1980s or the 1990s. So it has this unique aspect of being a futuristic book, but at the same time definitely reflecting back on kind of nerdy pop culture. So it's a really interesting blend of those elements, and I really enjoyed it. So if you haven't read Ready Player One, I certainly recommend it. It's a very interesting, unique, great read. So I hope you'll check it out, and I hope you enjoyed the review. I'll see you the next time.